It's Susan, our house kid, coming to you live today. So, last week or the week before, I don't remember which one I came to you, and I kind of gave you an overview of what's going on when you have hormonal imbalance. So I wanted to come to you today because I wanted to give you some information, some things about especially nutrition as far as it goes with hormonal imbalance. Now, hormonal imbalance doesn't necessarily mean that you're perimenopause or menopause, okay? It can also mean our younger years of PMS, especially when we have children, or our later years when we're post-menopausal, okay? We still have hormonal imbalance going on, and all of those sectors, all of the sectors of the journeys that we go through as women, okay? So I just want to make sure that I gave you that information, but I will tell you a little bit of background about me is that, when I started the early onset menopause, and I am an early onset menopause survivor, I actually, in the first year that I started having the hormones go in, the imbalance happening, I gained almost 55, 60 pounds in a year. Now this was alarming, okay, because it was almost like a pound a day and I hadn't changed a thing, okay? I was still eating really, really good. I was hydrating, I was sleeping, I was exercising. We'll talk about the exercise in the next video, but I was doing everything that I was supposed to be doing, and yet I was gaining like a pound a day. I mean, I literally blew up like the Michelin, the little, you know what I'm talking about, okay? It was just, I couldn't believe it, all right? I just could not believe that it was happening to me. So to say that, I went through a lot of years of trial and error, okay? Because I seriously did not understand what the hormones can do to you. And I kept going to all these OBGYNs who weren't helping me. So when I did get to my expert finally, okay, and we found out that yes, I actually was in menopause, okay, I was in menopause. I found out that that your nutrition was a huge part of that, okay? And I knew that, but I just didn't understand like how much of it was an issue for me. What I didn't realize is that I actually needed to take some things out of my nutrition lifestyle. I don't want to say diet because I hate that word. I hate the word diet because you don't diet like for this. Okay, this is a lifestyle change like forever. Okay, so I had to check around and look at some programs, and I looked at some experts that I started to follow, especially in the menopause realm. And what I found out was that there was a lot of some sensitivities, not insensitivities. Oh my gosh, okay. Some sensitivities going on there, which I didn't even know I had, okay? I didn't have them before, now I have them, okay? Oh my gosh, my nose is itching. Sorry about that. But we're all live and that's just the way it happens, okay? So here are some things that I had to take out of my nutrition, okay? We had to get rid of the gluten, which I didn't realize I was so sensitive to. We had to get rid of the dairy. We had to get rid of peanuts. We had to get rid of eggs out of corn. We had to get rid of soy. We had to get rid of sugar and artificial sweeteners. Now, I did that completely, okay? Got all of those things out of my nutrition plan, and it was amazing. I mean, amazing, okay? I cannot tell you, like, how good I felt when I started taking those out. Now, you don't have to take them out forever, okay? But you have to figure out which ones are you the most sensitive to. And for me, I was able to add the eggs back in. And I can occasionally do the peanuts, but they have to be organic. And peanuts are not my favorite anyhow. I like other nuts a whole lot more. So peanuts really weren't my favorite, so I didn't. And sugar, let me tell you something. Sugar's like cocaine, okay? That stuff changes your brain, literally. And it's an addiction. And when you get rid of it, it's amazing. I mean, you will feel amazing. Did I say that? Okay. So I just want you to know, there's a couple of different ladies out there that I like to follow. I'm not going to give any names. So if you want names or you want more information on that, hey, I would love to give that to you. Either in a blog post, I'll do a blog post for you, or I'll share it later on, because I just don't want you to get sidetracked with that, okay? So these were some of the things that I absolutely had to do, was to get rid of the gluten especially, okay? That one is a real big culprit, especially for inflammation as well, okay? So I needed to make sure that I wasn't having inflammatory. And sugar's another one that's really, really inflammatory as well. So that's another one that you really want to get out of there. You have to watch the sugar artificial sweeteners too, okay? Because a lot of them are actually worse than just your sugar. So you want to make sure if you're doing any of them, the only one that I do is raw stevia, okay? And I don't do the powders because the powders are actually still kind of processed. So I do the drops, all right? I do drops, and if I can find it in the raw form, then I get it in raw, all right? That really is the only sweetener that I do at this point is stevia. And then natural sweeteners, you know, such as fruits and things like that, they have natural sugars in them. So, you know, you don't have to take everything out of your diet. What I did find out, though, is that I was actually allergic to blueberries. I had an anaphylactic reaction to those when I went through menopause, okay? Had blueberries prior to that just fine, never had an issue. And then all of a sudden I ate blueberries and literally had an anaphylactic, went to the emergency room. Just recently, I accidentally didn't realize I had a drink of a shake that had blueberries in it. The reaction wasn't anywhere near as bad as what it was 12 years ago, but then I had a slight reaction to strawberries and raspberries and blackberries, which I didn't have any reaction to before. So you really do need to pay attention to your body, especially as you have hormonal shifts, okay? Because it will bring up sensitivities probably to some foods. So we want to make sure that we're paying attention to that, because if there's foods that make you bloated and gassy and all that kind of stuff, guess what? You're probably sensitive to them, and you probably need to take those out of your nutrition plan. So just to help your body along, okay? So the more natural you eat, the better it is. I know organic is really, really expensive, especially, we live in Northern Virginia, so everything is expensive here, okay? But the organic foods are really, really expensive. So you have to I have to shop around, okay? I have to find them on sale. I have to find coupons and things of that nature. So the more organic you can buy, the better it is. If you can do a farmer's market, it's even better than anything else, okay? Sometimes in the stores, you have to be a little careful because they'll say organic when it's really not organic, and then you're paying the price for organic when it's really not organic, okay? So that's the thing there. What I've found too is that I do like certain programs, and I actually used a program for women, and it was awesome, okay? I used it because I got to the point where I was like, I really need to have some help. So I used a program that helped me to lose 68 pounds and 28 inches, and it took me 5.5 months to do that. And it was awesome. And I have kept the weight off. I kept the weight off for 4 years. And then with my father's death 2 years ago, I put a little bit of weight back on because I was stress eating, you know, because when you're grieving and everything, it can just happen, okay? And then with hubby's health, I've also kind of not taking care of myself. And sometimes that happens too, as you know, because we're moms and we're caretakers and we're peacemakers and all of that kind of stuff. And so sometimes we just forget about us. And you can't really do that, okay? You really do have to, after a while, you have to take a step back. Let me pick the words there. You got to take a step back, and you got to say, okay, wait a second. If I'm not taking care of me, I can't help others, okay? So you do need to take care of yourself as well, and you do need to take care of yourself correctly. So your nutrition plan is huge here. If you would like to know more about nutrition, if you'd like to know more about how to meal plan, if you'd like to know more about the program that I used, I can share that with you. I do a free consult, and I would love to chat with you about that. But that's not what this is about. I just want to make sure you know that I can do that for you. But my objective here is to serve you the best that I can with as much information that you can possibly take to help you through the process of hormonal imbalance. That's really my goal here, is to help as many women as possible. I'd like to reach at least 1 million women, okay? Until the end of my time, that's what I'd like to do, is reach 1 million women. Because guess what, guys? I really don't want you having to go through the struggle that I went through when I was doing menopause. I don't want anyone to have to do that. It was not fun. I did feel alone. I did feel like I was crazy. I actually had people tell me that you know, hey, you're man, something is wrong with you. Thank you very much. Okay, that's what I needed right now. So I'm here to tell you that you are not alone. Okay, you are not crazy. You can get through this journey, and you can do it naturally if you want to. Okay, I can help you with that. So I can be found at SusanOrhowski.com. And I hope you're having an awesome, awesome day. See ya.